Hey, welcome back. Here we are. We're going to do another one of these Eight is Enough segments.
Whoop.
I have another special guest with us, and he's got some things coming up that we want to get to know about. So, special guest, please introduce yourself. Tell us what you're all about.
What's up, guys? My name is Beacon. Well, my real name is Brandon. Everyone calls me Beacon. I'm an artist named Beacon Light, and I rap, and I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan, and I'm good friends with George Moss and a bunch of other awesome folks. So now we're hanging out. Now we're all friends.
There it is. There it is. Cool. All right, we're going to jump into our questions part. We're going to start with our spiritual question first, like we always do. Here we go, Brandon. If you could go back in time, into what Bible story would you like to enter?
Oof. All right, so this is I don't know if this is like number one on the list, but I think it'd be cool if you were like in the room when Jesus was healing all these people, and then those guys just broke through the ceiling to let that one guy down. I think it'd be cool just to see everyone in the crowd's faces of like what the heck is happening, or even Jesus's face, honestly, like all the roof starts crumbling in and all this stuff, and this guy comes down. I think that'd be awesome. So
Oh, great story.
yeah.
Cool. All right, this is a give me a couple. Give me a couple animals you would recognize just by their sounds.
Just by their sounds. Crickets.
All right.
Um, I want to say giraffe, but a giraffe doesn't make a sound.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know. Lion.
All right, there you go. Beautiful. All right, this is talk about responsibility.
Talk about responsibility. I'm not responsible, guys. I'm a bad role model. I'm just kidding. Responsibility is an interesting thing because as you get older, you realize that responsibility just kind of happens. And if it doesn't happen, then you lose track of your life. Like so when I first came out of high school, I wasn't really living for Christ at that time, and so I wasn't responsible at all. And because I wasn't following God, being responsible both in my studies and also just my lifestyle in general, ended up leading me the wrong way completely. And as I started following Christ, he really added. Showed me what maturity was, and that comes along with responsibility. And I'm married, and I have my first baby on the way, which is awesome at the end of July. So I'm pretty excited about that, and that's I'm sure going to be a whole nother level of responsibility. So I feel like you have to prepare yourself to be responsible, but at the same time, life kind of prepares you for it because if you're not responsible, then you fail at life. So
Very good. You went all the way around that. Very nice.
yeah.
All right, talk about something beautiful you saw just this week.
Mm, my wife. I got brownie points.
No lie there.
Yeah, I don't. Other than her, just this week. How about last week? I'm cheating, but last week I did a music video shoot for my new album, and we did it out at Lake Michigan. Right, and it had been warm for like 4 days, but so it was kind of scary. But we went out into the middle of the lake and walked on the ice still, and we're on top of this giant iceberg. But it was pretty amazing because it was like I don't know, just I guess a lot of times we don't realize what we have in Michigan even, and just the fact that like that lake has the ocean type feel even though it's a lake, and like seeing this giant iceberg, it's like man, there's probably a lot of people who would think this is really cool, but here in Michigan we just kind of take stuff like that for granted, and it was just really awesome to see like the sun setting with the ice and all that stuff is pretty awesome. So
Excellent. Nice. All right, we're back to name a couple. Name a couple of nursery rhyme characters.
Mother Goose. And whoever she's not really a character. She's like the dictator of all of them. So this lady doesn't have a name, right? But she popped in my head first. But there was an old woman who lived in a shoe.
There you go.
She pops into my head. And Little Miss Muffet, which is a weird story because she sat on a tuffet. What is a tuffet?
Oh no.
Is it like a stool?
Sure.
Eating her curds and whey, which we looked up curds and whey. I think it's pretty much kind of like cottage cheese, right? Is curds and whey cottage cheese?
I don't know, man.
It is. Either that or it's just really old milk that kind of starts to form into cheese on top. And that's disgusting, thinking about her just carrying around this tub of old milk, eating it.
On a stool or something.
Yeah, so Little Miss Muffet, shout out to Little Miss Muffet.
There it is. New song title coming up.
Yep.
Beautiful. Have you ever written a letter or something to a famous person?
Yep. Not to throw Trip Lee under the bus, but one time I wrote a letter to him. I guess it doesn't really count as a letter, so maybe that doesn't count. It was a Facebook message, but he like has a lot of followers on his Facebook.
Yeah.
And so apparently once you get so many that Facebook actually charges you to send like a message that goes straight into an inbox. So I paid $15 to send this message to Trip Lee, and he never responded.
Oh man, that ain't right.
But I don't know if it's his fault.
No.
Because once you like when you're, I don't know, it's one of those things where when you're an artist, or you start realizing how many people want your attention all the time, and it can be really hard to respond to everyone. So I'll have grace on him in that situation.
There you go.
So
I mean, I didn't know I was going to do this, but sitting right here on my desk is Trip Lee's latest book. So
there we go.
There it
awesome. It's good stuff.
Name a couple of cities you visited in the world.
Ooh, top city ever was probably Jerusalem. We went there on from college. We went I went to a Bible college, Grace Bible College in Grand Rapids, and we went on a trip to Israel, and that was pretty amazing. Just being in Jerusalem, even like just downtown Jerusalem culture, where there's like street performers, and it was really cool. So that's one, and then Acapulco, Mexico. I went there when I was 19. And it was just sweet, like seeing like the bay around the ocean, and every night with like sunset over these mountains. Like it was pretty sweet. So
awesome.
Yeah.
Very good. Name a couple of places kids don't like going.
Oof. I hate to say it, but sometimes school.
Yeah, I hear that a lot. No problem.
I feel like this is probably stereotypical, but probably the dentist.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, that comes to mind.
And a lot of guys don't like getting their hair cut.
Okay.
Last
one, you're doing great.
Yeah.
Name some of the worst foods you have ever tasted.
Ooh. Worst food. So, chitlins.
Okay.
Have you ever had chitlins?
I've never had chitlins.
So gross. I mean, it's intestines, you know. And tripe is kind of up there as well because it's stomach. Both of those things are really gross because they have a really disgusting texture. And the chitlins always smell like poop because they were once filled with poop.
There you go. So where did you experience those delicacies at?
Well, chitlins are kind of a popular urban dish in some households. And so it was with my friend Tro, and he was like, he really liked them and wasn't feeling them. But the menudo is the tripe, that's the stomach, and actually a Mexican family made it, and it's like the broth is really good. It tastes really good, but like I just can't get down with the big giant white chunks of stomach in there. It's not for me.
Excellent. Oh man, you did great. That was our 8 is Enough segment.
Awesome.
Now you have a release party coming up.
Yes, sir.
We're trying to promote this to our youth group. We'd like to get a group to come out there and see you perform. Tell me what our group should expect if they come to a Beacon Light concert.
Well, okay, so the concerts that I've been creating that are like ticketed and all that stuff, I mean, I go and travel and do a lot of shows at youth groups, and those are awesome. But the specific shows that I'm trying to create as far as my ticketed events are something that has a unique feel. So what we did at the last one we did in November was I have a song called Painted Red, and I ended up doing a Painted Red tour, and so we did a big ticketed show in November in Grand Rapids that we almost sold out actually, and it just has a really cool feel. The events have it, because I always hate going, like, being a rapper, you know, I know in the Christian industry, like, a lot of people haven't been truly exposed to rap concerts yet, you know, they're kind of on that fringe where a lot of people have gone to, like, all they know is like a 116 show, you know, but being around it for a while, I've seen a lot of shows are like, they get like 5 or 6 rappers and then just throw them on stage and get an MC, and it's really unorganized and kind of yucky, you know. So, yeah, yucky. So, like Menudo.
Or chitlins. Sorry.
Yeah, or chitlins. So this event and what I've been trying to create is just something that flows really well. That's something like a different experience, like this last event, and we probably will do it at this one, but I'm not sure exactly what we'll do. But we had a digital host. So if you ever been on a ride where they have like some British lady like, ladies and gentlemen, please come in and buckle down and and then they send you on a giant roller coaster. I tried to create that type of event for a concert, so it's not just like an MC on the stage like, hey guys, give it up for this guy next. Hey, give it up for this guy. But like trying to create a really awesome experience where fans have an opportunity to engage in the concert, but also just experience something that's a little bit different than their typical concert. But it will be a very high energy, awesome, high production show that also has a unique experience to it. And I'm really passionate about the gospel and about Jesus. So it's not just music; it will also hopefully encourage somebody there to keep pushing and keep fighting, and that God is able to use anybody. So,
man, fantastic. Well, that was 8 is Enough. That was Beacon Light. Man, thanks so much for doing this. We're looking forward to the concert, and hopefully we get a whole posse to come and check it out.
Absolutely, that'd be sweet. And if you can, go pre-order that album, Open Eyes. It's on iTunes right now, so it's been doing good.
Great.
Comes out April 14.
Great. Thanks again.
Awesome. Yep, you're welcome.